That's it.
Some bullshit like that.
I've seen that in a museum where they're like, yeah, they spit old, chewed up corn on this hot rock.
Yeah, they used to. Their cuisine is firewater.
They didn't even invent alcohol. Fuck them.
No, we used
here.
alcohol against them.
Beat it.
We were like, you, hello, Mr. Big Coyote Running Man.
It was like you stand on the edge of a cliff and you just go woo, and then a tribe, and then you throw it off, and they just like tremors. They all go over the side, like they're buffalo. Like they all 4,000 Indians go over. Yeah. Now it really is it's very funny how much God clearly hates Indians. Because they got the firewater, they got the diseases.
They never invented... Dude, they didn't invent shit. They had plenty of time. They didn't do anything. They didn't invent the gun.
Mm-hmm.
They didn't have beds.
Yeah.
No pillows.
Bow and arrows.
No sneakers. What?
They did the bow and arrow. And by the way, lighting an arrow on fire, pretty nifty. That's pretty cool.
That is pretty badass.
Lights the whole fucking wagon train on fire.
Mm-hmm. That's pretty cool. Yeah.
Show some respect.
I dare you.
They sucked.
Fuck
that. I'm gonna go to a reservation and then
You go to a reservation.
Yeah.
You go to a Wendy's and tell all the employees.
But the thing is, what's bullshit about them is they go, the Native Americans, they invented this. You take this plant and you rub it on your wound and it disinfects it. It's like they didn't invent that. That was trial and error.
Mm-hmm.
They didn't grow that plant. They found the fucking plant and identified it and rubbed it on their wound.
Sure.
So they didn't they didn't invent like a car battery or anything or tires.
Well, we invented that through trial and error too. What are you talking about?
Yeah, but what I'm saying is they didn't invent it. They found stuff.
Vicious racist.
No, I'm saying they found stuff and then they invented it. They didn't invent. They found a plant.
To be fair, most of our inventions come from China. Like Asian countries would come up and then we would be like, oh, tea and
so they were inventing stuff over in China.
Yeah, but it was just the Indians were completely left to themselves and were just like straight up retarded or whatever.
Yeah, that makes sense.
I did Google one time there's a thing with Aboriginal people, and I'm not trying to be racist at all, where you do look at them and you're like, I'm trying to have a completely open mind and an open heart, and I hate racism. But when I look at an Aboriginal person, I go, what's going on there? And I Googled one time, I was like, why? I go to Google, in a non-racist way, why are Aboriginal people just that? And it's kind of a controversial thing.
Like Native Americans or
the Aboriginal people of Australia.
Australia,
right.
yeah, the guys who look like the California Ravens, walking around. And
I hate racism,
but it's something I can't ignore. I'm sorry. They tried to kill Trump. All right, I got to be honest. I got to speak my truth.
An Aboriginal guy tried to kill Trump.
He tried to throw a rock and hit him in the ear. Hey, everybody, we're back with our favorite sponsor, Ruby's Flowers. They wanted us to let you know that in 2018, the Farm Bill was passed in the United States in 1985.
You realize some cultures thought writing things down was almost demonic or satanic, or it cheapened it. They thought that words should be spoken orally and that stories should be committed to memory, which we don't commit anything to memory now. Not even recipes that we do on the regular.
Yeah.
They're all saved on Pinterest somewhere.
I guess that's fair. I guess it was just a thing in my mind where I was like, I'm not angry about this or anything, but there has to be one.
Sure.
There has to be one isolated culture that was kind of the worst one.
Right.
Oh, sorry.
No, you go.
I've actually read a lot
of the world. Sorry. The remedial class of the world.
Jason, if I may be racist for a moment.
Sure, yeah.
I got some racist after this.
Yeah.
I'm holding the racist stick. Yeah. I get to talk for a while.
We're acting like we're on a relay race, not us all holding up a baton at the same time.
I've actually spent a great deal of time reading about the Aboriginal people.
As a bit.
No, actually, because Campbell talks about them a lot in Primitive Mythologies Volume 1 of his 4-part series. He just references them often. They had these magnificent things called a bull roar.
What is that?
It's a bullroarer, bull roar.
Okay.
So it's this thing that was on a string, and they'd swing it around like this, it would make this crazy like sound. It was a crazy loud sound. The only people that have bull roars now, you can YouTube it. It's like weird white guys in their backyard with fedoras that have made their own home that live in like Iowa, and they're just doing this, filming themselves between an air conditioning thing outside.
White losers who are like, well, the Civil War is way too popular. I got to get into something even more retarded somehow.
From 40,000 years ago.
Yeah, they're like, I can't get into Indians. What about these weird guys nobody knows?
They would do the bull roar, and they had this great because in all these different cultures, they everybody has like the coming of age moment when a boy understands that he is now a man.
Okay.
And he can go out and kill and bring things back to the tribe and everything. We don't really have that in America, unfortunately. Like Christians have baptisms, I guess, but it's kind of, I don't know, the baptism thing. It's a little flimsy, you know. But because you put them under the water, and it's like you still keep touching your penis. Nothing really happens. You still wear khakis.
Right.
Nothing changes really.
It literally for Americans should be the first time you order off the adults menu at Fuddruckers. Should be your male rite of passage.
So it feels real for the first. You never actually feel like you're a man.
Yeah. No, you should walk like when you turn 13. You should walk in there like you have to eat 20 ribs without throwing up.
Yeah.
And then you're a man.
That's a Gentile's bar mitzvah.
So they would take the boys in the Aboriginal tribes, and I might be fucking this up slightly, but basically it was at night as the sun was going down, they were told that there was a god that would walk throughout the camps.
Yeah.
And they would hear this sound, and they were told if they went outside, like a god would like swallow them up.
I've seen that stuff.
And
Apocalypto. Yeah.
Oh, okay. I haven't seen that movie.
My God. It's a great movie.
No, I know. I need to
You'd
see
love it. And Mel Gibson made it, so you'd love it just for that.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah. It's about a white man that somehow conducted a bunch of savages to make it great.
It would be very funny if we showed Ben Apocalypto for the first time, and then it's like that hour of them marching to the Aztec Empire, and then it's just Jews everywhere. It's like evil space Jews control the Mayan Empire.
The boy, once he was of age, they would in the night he would come to, and the men took him and said, the god is going to kill you now. And they would take him, they would hold him down, and they'd take a big rock that they made very sharp, like a blade of sorts.
Okay.
And they would cut his penis, and blood would be dripping all over him.
How would they cut it?
And they had him blindfolded while they did this, by the way. And then with the rock, they cut his dick with the rock.
But like hamburger, hot dog style? Like how did they cut it?
Dude, this day, I don't know how they do that stuff. I have no idea.
Like they just give him a Prince Albert piercing. He's like Tommy. He's like Tommy fucking Lee.
Yeah. They give him a West Hollywood style cut. Yeah, they would just cut it. There's blood everywhere or whatever. And I think an old man drinks the blood or something. I might be confusing Judaism now. I'm not really sure. But I'm pretty sure that I'll go back and read it tonight and see that I'm completely wrong. But basically, the point is that they go, the god's going to kill you now. And it'd be, when he's blindfolded, he would be terrified that he's dying and like going into the abyss, far from man forever. And then they would take the blindfold off, and they would he just saw some Rafiki looking guy doing this with the bull roar, and then he would know it's all fake. And then he would now know. So he had the bravery, like they intimidated him with the most fear he could possibly experience, and then revealed to him it was all a charade, and now he then too participates in it, and then he can go out and.
So it's like a Santa Claus for you're gonna get genocided or whatever.
Yeah, it's like Santa Claus, but he like eats you, basically. And
like
then,
the original Santa Claus, like the German Santa, like Saint Claus.
Oh, was that like a demonic figure, like a Mephisto type of guy?
That might honestly be a movie I saw that's not true, but I think so.
Oh, the one with like David Koechner and shit?
Yeah, there was like it was Santa, and then there was Black Peter, who was black, but then he would like steal children away. The naughty kids, he would steal them.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Yeah, because they do all the stuff at the bench.
He goes, "You're coming to Magic City with me."
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know nothing about these people.
I actually learn about these cultures. You guys are actually fucking ignorant of everything.
Well, they're dead and gone.
If they were so
They're dust in the wind.
Occasionally, I walk through the, a Pachanga casino, and I go, farewell, you'll all be gone soon, too.
your days are numbered.
Long ago, they're gone. They could possibly be the dust of stars. You look up into the sky, and you can see them winking back.
Yeah.
They've been gone for billions of years.
They have sick names. Like, I watch reservation shit sometimes, to laugh. And, no. But their names are awesome. The guy's name will be like Edward Looks Good the Third.
Yeah.
Like they have
I like that.
Yeah.
I love when there's an Indian guy in a movie and he's literally credited as like James, runs with wolf feathers. Yeah. That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Does anybody ever get an Indian name, but his name is like Johnny Bravo? It's Danny watches SpongeBob with with his dick out.
My Indian name is Hitler Gay Guy for 2069. They have like COD tags.
Danny jacks his dick.
I got a lot of racist.
1488.
Mm-hmm.
I got a lot of racist thoughts that I can't explain.
Like what?
But it's just because I'm like,
Buddy, welcome to my world.
just an ignorant American. Like, for example, when I picture, when we have fun here, it's like we go to a movie, drink, hang out, go to a thing, Disney, whatever. We got all sorts of stuff.
Right.
Go to a concert. When I picture anybody from another like shitty country,